MD Prepper here, again discussing home defensive use of shotguns and other long arms. This time, don't lean your long arms. I made a video a while back about my thoughts about keeping a round chambered in a shotgun for defensive uses, keeping it around handy for immediate use. Gotten a lot of feedback, most of it very positive, but got a lot of negative comments, and the number one negative comment was, well, what if your shotgun's leaning against a wall and then falls and discharges? I've received so many comments about that. I don't even know where to start in my responses other than just make this video. Leaning your long arm against a wall is foolishness. That is absolutely foolishness. I didn't think people still did that. I never did that as a kid growing up, and certainly not the way I was trained. My grandfather always said, you lean against a wall, you treat all guns like they're loaded. He took his school of thought from Jeff Cooper. Rule 1, all guns are always loaded. I don't care if you unloaded it, it's still considered loaded. So leaning a shotgun or any other firearm against a wall or against a tree when you're out hunting is going to be trouble. You've already broken the first rule. You're already in trouble. So you assume it's loaded, it might as well be. If the thing falls and goes off, you only got yourself to blame. Craziness. I learned a long time ago when you're out in the woods, if you're crossing a fence or climbing over something, you set your shotgun on the ground, okay? And this is unloaded, by the way, for you safety sallies. My trusty Mossberg Maverick 88. But you set it on the ground. Several reasons. Number one, you know it's on the ground, okay? It can't fall over. If it can't fall over, it can't get scratched up as badly. I've seen a lot of guys out in the woods do that. Lean their shotgun against a fence post or against a tree, then it falls and bangs against the trunk and then into a branch or something like that and scratches the thing up. There's no reason to put that wear and tear on your shotgun. Laying it on the ground in the grass or in the leaves is going to cause less damage to your firearm. But again, that's not really what I'm talking about here. Keep the gun on the ground. You can't drop it if it's already on the ground. You can't fall. That's craziness. I think the best place to keep a loaded shotgun or rifle, or if it's unloaded, is under the bed. The bedroom is obviously the place you're most likely to use a firearm for self-defense in the home, especially a long arm. At least where you're going to be when you need it, it's going to be at night. Under the bed's the absolute best place to keep it. It's already on the ground. Aha, cannot fall. So the whole drop safety issue is negligible. I thought everybody knew that. Apparently they don't. It can't fall, it can't get knocked over, can't be banged into necessarily. It's in a nice safe location. Very hard to access generally, but it's good for you to access. You got to get out of bed and then you bend over. Lower profile, which is exactly what you should be doing anyway. Does the bed offer a little bit of cover? Maybe. Is that going to stop a bullet? Well, maybe not, but maybe they don't see you. Maybe it's something. If you rest your shotgun over the top of the bed, hey, maybe that works too. Use the bed to your advantage. Don't be fumbling around behind the bed or behind a dresser or in a closet for something. Maybe I can feel it, maybe I can't. I'm trying to reach for the top of this thing in a closet leaned against a wall. It's crazy. As you hit it, you knock it over, you make a bunch of noise. It's a problem. Leave it under the bed. It's under the bed. I reach under it. I can reach under at any point where I grab this thing, as long as I'm not in the trigger guard, and I should be able to feel that, but safety's going to be on anyway. You can grab the shotgun anywhere along the weapon, pull it out. You're good to go. Keep it under the bed. Same goes for rifles, of course, as well. Leaning it against a wall, madness. The only time I lean a weapon is when it's fully unloaded in my gun safe. That's the only time. I do not lean weapons against anything, ever. I got a gun range on the property, and first thing I did was go out and buy a plastic tabletop to sit out there in the weather to lay my firearms on so I could safely load, unload, set them down, etc. Why not lean them against the trees? That's madness. Just absolute madness. Now, other people have complained about the leaning thing. Well, leaning the shotgun. That's the number one argument about keeping it loaded. Again, why are you doing that in the first place? You're already in trouble from the start. Just run down the rest of Jeff Cooper's line for keeping this thing under the bed. Number 2, never let the muzzle cover anything you're not willing to destroy. Well, first of all, keeping it against a wall leaning somewhere is automatically putting it in the wrong direction. That thing fires up in the upper direction, it's going to go through the ceiling, go through a wall, and it's got what goes up must come down. It may hit somebody outside. If it leans over and discharges, bangs against the nightstand or something, it could go off in your chest or abdomen, wherever. If you've got to have a shotgun, where's the best place? As low as possible, okay? Flat on the ground is perfectly fine. Another trick I knew a guy who did under his bed to make it even better is a towel folded up. Now this is real high tech, guys, but he put his shotgun butt on the towel. and put this at the back of the bed, basically to the head of the bed rather, and the muzzle's effectively pointed down. If for any reason that thing discharged, it's going to go through the floorboard in there in the floor of the house, and well, there's nothing down below. As long as you're on the first floor, no problems there. So there's, for you ultra safety Sallies, there you go. The rest of Jeff Cooper to run through it. Keep your finger off the trigger till you're on the target. Duh, obviously. And then be sure of your target and what's beyond. Now some of you are going to say, go to the old NRA one, always keep guns unloaded until they're ready to use. Well, it is ready to use. It needs to be ready to use. It's not my safe gun. It's not my target plinking gun. Every concealed weapon I carry is loaded when I carry it because it is ready to use in that stage. If I've got a shotgun or rifle in the back of my car, I don't keep it loaded because it's not ready to use. The shotgun, defensive shotgun or rifle in my home is ready to use, so I keep it loaded. Again, treat all guns like they're loaded because they should be. And you safety Sallies who yell at me for knocking the shotgun over have never really put any thought into it. So, sorry guys, got you again. Win this one, I believe. More to follow. MD Prepper out.